Hey, it's Jason Kochis. I am back with another inking video. This time I'll be inking Rumiko Takahashi's sketch of Lum. It's actually my second time inking a drawing of Lum by Rumiko. And this one is just like a little bust, just a headshot here. Looks like a really quick, rough sketch. Could be, from like a convention or something. So I'm going to do my best to try to make it look a little bit more refined. I am using a paintbrush with some black India ink, black magic to be exact or precise. And I always start with the eyes, and I'm moving my way around the face, on the mouth here, kind of making up some of these details. I think this sketch here is a little bit vague, a little bit more loose than I'm used to, so I am just doing my best. Right around here, I realized that the eye on the left looks a little bit out of alignment with the eye on the right, so I'm going to go back in and fix that a little bit later down the road. Continuing with the hair and the eyebrows. The reason I'm doing this, I am practicing for inking my own original manga-inspired comic book. So I just want to get a little bit better. It's been a little bit of time since I've inked, a couple weeks here, so I'm just trying to get back into it. Some of these lines were going down a little bit more rough or less clean than I wanted them to, so this actual drawing took a little bit more time. The video is a little bit sped up here. Again, turning the paper so I can get my hand at the right angle to make the appropriate lines I want to make. If you've been watching some of my videos and haven't subscribed already, please like and subscribe. I also have a Patreon where you can help support me that way as well, and an Etsy shop where you can purchase some of my work. Some of this here I had to go ahead and just sort of make up. There wasn't all of it in the sketch, the original sketch, so again, turning the paper so I can get my hand to do the lines that I want to. And again, there's not a lot here, so I came back in with a blue pencil and just sort of trying to put in some details that I thought were missing. And right about here is where I realized that I wasn't exactly sure where the dark areas in her hair were supposed to be, so I went ahead and got out the blue pencil, thought maybe she needed a little bit more lines in here, a little bit more anatomy to try to make it a little more complete and finished drawing. So now I've got my plan. I'm just going to go ahead and put in some of the dark areas of Lum's hair. I had to look at a picture because I wasn't exactly sure how her hair looked completely. I mean, I had a rough idea, but I wasn't 100% sure, so it's not bad to take a look at reference every once in a while, especially if you're unsure. And, here I'm trying to match an existing character, so I definitely want to make that look as correct as I can. And now I'm going to go in and go around and fill in the dark areas. But I'm going to use a bigger brush on the larger areas. So I'm sort of going around the contours to make sure I can keep the sharp points of where I've inked already. slow process. This drawing took about an hour or so, and I think a lot of that time was actually because I had to go ahead and, add in some details, part of the designs that I felt like were missing. Right here, I'm going to try to correct the eye, how tall the eye was, and the highlight in the eye as well. And some other various parts of the drawing that I felt like maybe the ink went down in not the exact way I wanted it to. Yeah, I got that from John Buscema. He said, don't be afraid. You can always white it out later. So definitely have been taking that approach with some of these more recent drawings that I've been inking in. And now I've got the bigger brush to block in some of the bigger areas with the ink. This part is definitely a lot more accelerated than the rest of the video. And now I've got the Tombow brush out to try to refine some of the lines. Like I said earlier, some of the lines were going down a little bit more rough, a little more jagged than I expected them to. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix some of those lines, make some of the points a little bit sharper, a little bit cleaner. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on her eyelash and her hair right there. And again, back in with some of the white ink to clean up some of the stuff I thought, maybe I should break that line a little bit. Shouldn't be a complete line right into her hair. And fixing some areas where the ink went a little bit where I wasn't expecting it to, or just a little more dry brush. Cleaning it up, trying to make it a little bit smoother, a little bit cleaner. If you're a fan of the new anime, please let me know in the comments below. I haven't had a chance to check it out. I see it's been getting some good reviews, so I'm glad about that. Never watched the original one until fairly recently. Almost finished here. Okay, and on the left-hand side I have the original blue pencil sketch, and on the right is my inked version. Now I did actually go ahead and doctor this a little bit once I got it into Photoshop. Like I corrected the eye and adjusted her chest area. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to my Patreon. Appreciate it. Thanks.